Hello, magic makers. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If you're watching this reading is for you. A transmission through the Serpent Gate, a page in the Codex, and perhaps a message you are meant to remember. Now, before we begin, please hit the like button, light the fire. Every like you leave is a torch lit along the spiral road. Every comment is a sigil etched into the vault of echoes. And if this message resonates, consider subscribing and joining our journey through the temple. If there is anything you wish for me to hold in light or carry into the temple with you, prayer, protection, or intention, speak it below. Now, these readings are not predictions, they are transmissions, and I am merely the messenger. The meaning is yours to uncover. Open the temple within and listen for what echoes back, because the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with a 6 of Swords. This is, in a way, a bigger picture. Okay? I think it's important that we realize that there is a design to things, right? There is a destiny for us, collectively and individually. And I think that you're somebody who can see the bigger picture. You can see the divine plan, maybe not absolutely, okay? Maybe not from beginning to end over the span of eons, but you can see that there is a road that we can follow. There is a path for us, okay? I think you're somebody who has a gift for communication. Yeah. I feel that you're able to bring people together. I think people people trust your opinion. Yeah. I think people, they feel a kind of comfort in you. People learn from you. They like the way you explain things. Yeah. To me, the 6 of Swords is harmony. It's beauty in expression. Okay? It's an organized mind. And I think maybe you're someone that likes to kind of have their ducks in a row. You like to know kind of the road that you're on and where you're going and how to get there. You don't take a lot of chances or a lot of risks. So people feel very safe with you because they know that, whatever you say you're going to do is what you do. People know that, that they can trust you, that they can feel safe and comfortable with you. And I think that is a wonderful quality to have. Okay? I think that you also have an ability to see down the road. I think you have foresight. Yeah. Maybe even a little bit of clairvoyance for you. Yeah. Let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see what's going on with you right now. There we have the Ace. Okay, we're about to begin a new journey. Okay, a new cycle. Okay. We have the very intuitive Empress card. We have the 7 of Cups. We have a Queen of Wands and a 9 of Cups. Wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. The 9-9 portal amplifies every intention. Every focused step now is going to be magnified. The 9 of Cups is a happiness multiplier. Old patterns are collapsing. New abundance is going to flood the empty space. Okay, this is part of the plan. This is the way it is supposed to be. I think this is our collective courage. I think that we have to unite at times like this when thresholds appear. When we're approaching the Serpent Gate, I feel like we need to unite under this collective courage because the old is falling away and the new is going to be oh so sweet. Okay? Here is a Prince of Swords. 2 of Pentacles, change. We have a 5 of Wands, and there's the courage with that Leo energy, the Strength card. Very, very nice. This gateway is going to shape the next chapter of your fate, the next The next cycle of entries, the next chapter in the codex is going to be shaped by everything that we do at this time, all the steps we take right now. Okay? Old patterns are gone. It's time to release what is draining us. Okay? Because this can't come through the gate with us. Okay? Prosperity requires precision. Okay? Not scattered effort. Precision. A fixed air energy. And not just brute force. Okay? Practice for you. Write down 9 intentions. Burn one of them as an offering. Okay? I think you're getting a lot of signs, symbols, and synchronicities on your path, dreams that seem too precise, too exact to ignore. Okay? A lot of synchronicities, a lot of intuition flooding your path right now. I think this is a time for group rituals, shared energy rituals, in order to multiply the manifestations. This 9, right? 9 of Cups, an abundance multiplier, a happiness multiplier, super abundance. Okay? I think wealth, career, and love are open now to new channels. Okay? New avenues. Yeah. This is a portal right now that's overcoming any kind of doubt, any kind of delay. It's really, this is good. It's courage, it's strength, right? It's a very, very important gateway. Now, let's draw the hidden key from the codex. Okay? The unseen cipher, the one truth yet unrevealed. This is a card pulled at random, a fragment of the codex beyond the known spread. It represents the factor infinite and unknown, what the watchers have not yet allowed us to see. We're going to set it down right over here with Bubo, the mechanical owl, right there on top. We're not going to release that kraken until the end of the transmission, but when we do, it will bring the threads together, confirm the prophecy, and close the current page of the codex. If you feel the pulse of intuition, if the dove current is whispering to you, tell me what you sense. Leave a comment. What do you think the hidden key will reveal? Now, let's look around the room one more time here. We have major arcana here, major arcana here too. The High Priestess guiding us through this portal, leading us to strength, leading us to passion, leading us through to an increase of courage, that collective courage, okay, to put an end to the old, okay, and to bring about new abundance. It's extraordinary. We got fire, fire. You got water, water. You got air, air, and another air. Actually, the 2 airs. And then we have our earth card. It's very nice. The Ace of Pentacles is the next step. It's the beginning of the new life, the new reality beyond this portal. What is coming next? What is the intention that we all need to set? This is the one that we burn for an offering. Okay. I think that the 6 of Swords, if it is that blueprint, if it is that divine plan, okay, is really instructing us to take the next step that we know to be there. And in order to take that step through this portal, we have to release that 7 of Cups. All that toxic energy, everything that is draining us, can't pass through the gate. This is us stepping through that gate because it's part of our destiny. It's part of the bigger plan for us. Okay? We're stepping through toward more abundance. We're taking the intention. We're taking concrete physical actions now. So this isn't just about having the plan, it's about enacting the plan. You can have all the air you want, but if we're not putting it into concrete steps, it doesn't mean anything. Okay? Just with anything, you can have great ideas, you can be organized, you can have everything in the spreadsheets, you can have all the math worked out, You can have binders full of, org charts and procedures and all this kind of stuff, all the data you want, but you've got to be able to implement it. So right now, for the portal, for you, find out what plans you have that you haven't yet acted on. You haven't yet set it in motion. Because that's going to be the portal, that's going to be the very practical portal step for you. Going through the serpent gate. Okay. And this is that concrete step that you can take right now to ritually, symbolically, as a gesture, go through the gate. What plan do you have that you haven't yet acted on? What's been lingering in your mind, in your head? What's been a beautiful image on paper? You haven't yet taken a step. Take that step today, right now. Okay? Now, under the surface, we have, of course, the intuition, the high priestess. The high priestess is always trying to lead you to your best life. It is your intuition. Okay? She is guiding you to your Emerald City. I think that this portal step that we're taking is being guided by something beyond ego, beyond us, beyond our human comprehension. Okay? We don't know exactly what is going to be asked of us or required of us as we move forward, but we're kind of trusting in this. We're choosing to trust the divine plan, the bigger picture, even if we only see a limited section of it. Okay? The high priestess is asking for your hand, asking for you to trust her, because she's going to carry us through this portal. Even when we're afraid, even if what we're leaving behind, we're sort of reaching back for and saying, no, I don't want to let it go. Sometimes the high priestess will rake us over the coals. Sometimes she will drag us through the mud. Sometimes she will, pull us through the briar patch. Yeah, over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. We have to choose to accept that, to trust that divine energy that's leading us forward. And this is under the surface for you. This is your soul kind of, crying beneath the silence. Your soul knows. Your soul knows what the future will bring, even if you don't remember. Okay? This is an echo from the temple inside of you. And right now, that echo, that cry beneath the silence, is telling you to take action on this plan that has been delayed. Sometimes the Queen of Wands is the ultimate procrastinator. Okay? So take an action on this plan that's been lingering. You have the vision worked out. You see the blueprints. Okay? What is one of those beautiful ideas that you have that you can take action on today? Even if it's just like a symbolic action, breaking ground, digging up one shovelful of dirt. Even if it's a symbolic action, to proclaim that you're going through this portal. Okay? It's a very, very important one too. Now in the past position, this is the chain. 4th position in the dove and serpent spread. This area of the codex is about what you have to leave behind. This is the link that binds you, the ancient story, the inherited pattern, the karmic weight. It hums beneath your choices. Are you going to carry this forward? Or are you going to break this chain? You can't take this through the portal. By definition, to take this courage and this power and this strength means you got to leave behind all that weakness and the fear and the darkness. Okay. As a 7 of Cups, this is the feeling that you can't do something. This is whatever is holding you back. It's the quicksand that's, it's got that vacuum suction around your feet and it's not trying not to let you go. What is this for you? What is this toxic energy for you? This may be something, I don't know what it is. If you want to share your story with me, please do. share it with our community. This is a safe place, okay? You're in the temple. You're a magic maker. We're all family here. This is something in your life that has been masquerading as something beautiful and charming and healthy, wholesome and loving. But now, as we approach the gate, you can see what this really is. You have the ability to look deeply into this and know that this is really a toxic, unhealthy, swampy, slimy kind of thing. You're not under its spell anymore. And now you can let it go. Collectively, we need that kind of courage to let this go. This could be fear, it could be doubt, it could be like self-consciousness, it could be a poor kind of self-worth, It's something in your environment. It's something about a relationship. Maybe it's a relationship with yourself. Could be. I kind of feel like it's a relationship with somebody else, though. I feel like something needs to change in your external world. Maybe you need a change of scenery, a change of environment. Maybe you're surrounded with things that are maybe feel good in the short term, but in the long term are not good. Okay? Think about what some of these 7 cups could be. Sometimes this is just the overindulgence in something, if you will. Okay? Now's the time for the courage to let this go. This cannot come with us. Okay? This maybe is kind of bad habits. This might be it's a relationship with someone or something that may at one time have given you some pleasure, but now is not. And in the long term, it is definitely not. Okay? I'll let you figure this one out. Now, at the top of the path of the dove, this is the giant. This is your untapped power. This is the guardian sleeping within you. That's not who you've been, but this is who you could become if you step through the serpent gate. And this is someone with stature. This is someone that can cut things off. This is bad for me, gone. Clean break, no questions asked. Because the queens are always processing an ending of something, right? That's what when they show up in the codex, that's what they're trying to signal. It's trying to let you know that right now you need to put a clean break on something. Not a lingering ending. I always think of the queens as like a group of ladies leaving a movie theater. And this is how they all are responding to that movie that they watched. The Queen of Cups, right, is leaving the movie theater thinking, oh my gosh, that movie was so deep. It moved me. I'm forever changed by that. And I'm going to be thinking about that movie for days and days and days afterward. Maybe they saw the Minecraft movie or something, right? And it takes the Queen of Cups days and days and days to fully separate from that experience. But the Queen of Wands gets out of the movie theater, shuts the door, says, okay, what's next? What's for lunch? Where are we going? What are we doing? Is already done with the movies. The movie's over. What's done is done. It's water under the bridge, so to speak, Very clean break. So this is a threshold moment. This is a hinge in the codex for you. This is the moment where you very cleanly let go of the past and look toward the future. The movie's already over. It's already being digested and it's already it's already decaying. The past, as soon as the past passes, it begins to turn to dust. This is what's real, okay? Going through this doorway and claiming this superabundance and multiplying your happiness and your joy and your abundance, right? With that 9, this is what you're looking forward to. Of course, this is a 9. Okay, and so it makes sense that it's here for the 9-9 portal. Sometimes the Queen of Wands can procrastinate. That's the problem. Sometimes the Queen of Wands knowing that the ending is coming, right? Knowing that that even knowing better things are coming in the future is reluctant to end something. It has the ability to cut something off like that, but it's about getting yourself to that point where you finally say, okay, I'm done with it. Okay? So that's the shadow side of the Queen of Wands, that procrastination. Knowing it needs to be done, but just kind of delaying the inevitable. Because once the Queen of Wands makes up their mind, it's quick. It's just getting to that point, okay? I think you're at that point right now. Because I think that there is a plan that you want to take action on now, but you can't if you're stuck here. The Imago, position 6. This is the image in the mirror of your becoming. This is your higher self. This is your true form, your ideal form, okay? This is the version of your life that you're sculpting through every act of will. And it's abundance on the physical, financial, mental, emotional, and spiritual creative planes. In every dimension of your being, things are growing more abundant. There is celebration, there is joy, there's jubilation. This is you living a successful life. Okay? The odd numbers are the functions, the verbs. Okay? This is a happiness multiplier. This is a superabundance, creation. The 7 is also movement, but it's kind of like treading water, or we're struggling against the quicksand. You know what happens when you struggle in quicksand? You kind of sink further into it. So this is something that you want to get out of. You know you need to get out of it. But all the movement that you're doing here is just kind of, it's making it worse. The suction, right, is getting, the vacuum on your feet is getting a little bit more powerful. We don't need to struggle against this. It needs to be a clean break. Okay. I think that's why we have a 5 of Wands here in relation to that 7. It's not something that you need to really rebel against or argue with or fight with. Don't fight with it. Just walk away from it completely like that. You know what I mean? Because this is the future for you. This is where you're headed. This is the next step. Stepping through this doorway is going to amplify, magnify, and multiply all the good things in your life. Once you take this symbolic step through the portal, okay, release what drains you, and you will claim what fulfills you. Abundance is going to be flooding in. When those old patterns collapse, it creates a vacuum, and that vacuum, because of your intention, the step you're taking, you're bringing in all of this abundance. Now, I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want you to claim this reading by hitting the like button. Light that torch in this temple, okay? Claim your role as a magic maker, okay? And tell me in the comments, I'm ready. I'm stepping through. Yeah. Your general energy is the precision of the Prince of Swords, fixed air energy. It's the precision. Your prosperity right now is going to require precision, not scattered effort. This is distraction. This is an emotional distraction. This is wasted effort. This is an energy leak. This is a vampire. You need precision. You need to lock in. You need to have a fixed mind, a clear mind, locked in on your target, lock in on your future and what this plan is, This is an Aquarius power card. This is Mercury in Aquarius. Understand what your larger mission and vision, your divine plan in life is, and don't lose sight of that. Stick to the plan. Lock in precision. Okay? Now back to the High Priestess a little bit. What are these dreams that you keep having? I feel like there's a repeating dream symbol or something like this that keeps coming into your life. A lot of signs, right? I don't know if it's numbers or synchronicities or very precise dreams. Very vivid. Maybe you're a lucid dreamer or you're getting close to that point, at the very least. In the environment, the 2 of Pentacles. Things are changing. Of course, we're going through a doorway. We're going from procrastination to action. We're going from this chain to this abundance. Wealth, career, and love, 333, right, are going to open up. A lot of changes taking place in those specific areas, wealth, career, and love. Okay, maybe they're all interconnected. Yeah. The Two of Pentacles is all about change. It's kind of saying you're taking this first step. You're kicking something off. It's like you're getting the ball rolling. You know what I mean? And this is proactive. Okay, this is telling me that things are really shifting. Everything that was dark is becoming light. Everything that was low is being lifted up. Okay. A lot of changes taking place. I feel like there are changes taking place in your environment and in your relationships. Okay? Your relationship with someone or something around you, right, is changing in a very positive way. I think by kicking out the bad stuff, you're sort of ushering in the good stuff. Yeah. This card is also about how you juggle your life, you know? When life gives you the ups and downs and the twists and turns, how do you maintain your balance? This is the counterweight. You know, when life kind of throws you this way, you have to correct your energy by leaning the other way, right? It's kind of like you're getting your sea legs. You're on a boat, and it's like it starts to go one way, and you kind of counteract it. So what do you do in your life? What are the positive, healthy habits that you have in your life to help you maintain your balance? Okay. When life gets rocky, when the road gets bumpy, when the waves get choppy, how do you maintain your healthy balance? What are those good habits? How are you proactive in doing that? Okay, is it through your religion or your spirituality? Is it through friends and family? Is it through exercise? Is it through, you know, your creative practices, your spiritual life? What is it? Okay, share some of those ideas. When life gets choppy, what do you do to stay balanced? Okay, let's flood the comment section with some of these good ideas. Yeah, because we need them now. We need them now more than ever. Because 5 of Wands here in the position of this is the mirage, okay? And that is sometimes the illusion, okay? And maybe the illusion is that if we have abundance in our life, then there's going to be no need for fight. There's going to be no need for strife, that there's going to be no conflict or friction. There will always be conflict and friction. We live in a world of duality, a world of contending forces. There will always be some sort of competition. It's a competition between my diaphragm and the gravity of the earth. You know, just for me to breathe is a competition. Just for me to be sitting upright, right, is a battle between me and gravity. Yeah. So everything ultimately is going to be that kind of it's going to be some friction because we live in the world of contending forces. But I think in terms of your life right now in a very relative way, there will be more challenges. That's why you need to know how to maintain your balance. Spirit's saying to not fight against whatever this is. This isn't something that you need to wrestle with. It's something you need to have a clean break. You need to tear it off quick, like a Band-Aid. One motion right off. Okay? The idea, I think, also is that you want a life of more ease and more balance and more harmony and more love, you know? You don't want a life that is always a competition and always a fight and always a challenge. And I think going through this doorway, taking this proactive step, finding some good habits and tools and techniques to help us maintain that balance is going to get rid of 99% of the friction in your life. Your life is going to get easier, okay? Your life will get more abundant and happier and more successful and more flow, you know, more flow state, less friction, okay? But you're going to need, at first, you're going to need that courage. The courage to break away from this, okay? The courage to start claiming this and to implement this new idea, this plan, or this new lifestyle, or this, whatever this idea is, to put this in motion, You're going to need courage. You're going to need strength. And our collective courage, right? Humanity uniting during this 9-9 portal, all of us collectively saying we're done with what isn't working and we're going to start constructing something that will work. Okay? We have all these great plans. We need to put them into action. We need to start being proactive. We need to start doing things. Grounding these good ideas in practical behaviors. For that, it takes courage and strength. It takes a passion. It takes a real desire to do it. It takes discipline. Okay, it takes discipline. I think part of this 5 of Wands is us really like reaching out into the world. I always look at the 5 of Wands as the 5-fingered hand. You know, reaching out into the world and grasping, realizing that we can make a difference. We don't have to be passive and say, no, I just guess this is just the world. I got to just, deal with whatever it is, whatever it gives me, that's it. This is a card of empowerment. This is a card that says we can bring the fight. That I can reach out and that my actions, my behaviors, my intentions, the steps that I take actually make a difference in the world. If you're powerless, then it kind of feels like, it doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't mean anything. This is saying, no, everything that you do means something. By you overcoming your obstacles and claiming your courage and fighting for what you believe in and for what you want and the life you want, you're adding a little bit to the collective courage. Right? This is Saturn in Leo. Okay, it's about you having your individual discipline, knowing what is worth fighting for, and being willing to assert your energy, to spend your calories, doing something positive. This is that individual Leo energy, right? Well, this is the archetypal, the collective Leo energy. The lust card is associated with the sign of Leo. Okay? I think there's a special significance in this reading for all Leos, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. Okay? For every other sign too, this is a collective reading, but I feel like those 3 signs maybe have a special role in this 9-9 portal. Okay? It may have to do with bringing others along. Not being just in it for yourself, but do something that is collective. Do something for the greater good. Do something for your group or your community. Okay? Network, reach out to other people. I feel like those 3 signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aquarius, are somehow leaders of a new movement now. Okay? It's going to require courage and discipline for all of us. Now, I'm a Cancer. I'm not a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aquarius. But this is for all of us. Okay? Let's look at our mystery card. Let's look at the hidden key to the codex. This is position 11. It's the guide. Represents an omen, represents a tool perhaps that we might need to use on our journey. Can represent an ally or a companion. So what do you think it's going to be? I feel like it's going to be more clarity. I feel like it's going to be an Ace of Swords. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments below. Let's see. It is swords. It's a 5 of swords. We have to try. And we have to learn through action, through doing, okay? So this is usually a card of like an intellectual fight or a debate, some kind of confusion. In other words, since we started out with our 6, but now we're getting the 5. The lesson here is don't only associate with people that believe in what you already believe. Don't preach to the choir. Seek out new connections. Okay? Talk to people that you wouldn't have talked to before. Talk to people from the other side of the aisle. Okay? Have productive, constructive, friendly, right, conversations with people that don't already believe what you're talking about, Get to know other people from other walks of life who are from other belief systems. Okay, this isn't about more factions of kind of sticking to our own group of people that already believe. It's not just reinforcing our own ideas. We need to branch out. Share this video with people that have no interest in tarot, that don't know what a 9/9 portal is, if it showed up on their doorstep, surrounded by fire or something. Share your ideas in unfamiliar places. Be willing to sort of talk about yourself and about what you're doing and about like who you are and what you believe. Even if those people say, that's nonsense, that's okay. Like I said, it's going to take courage. You're spreading the word, okay? And spreading the word is going to meet with resistance sometimes. What you're trying to do is bring people together. So you're being told kind of to go outside of your comfort zone, go out into the far reaches and the unknown places, and try to gather more people together. Let's expand the collective. Let's not fight with people. Let's not fight amongst ourselves. Let's strive for unity and harmony. And let's try to gather more people into the fold, In whatever it is that you're doing, personally, for you and your loved ones, collectively also. Okay? Collectively also. I think this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful season that we're stepping into. Now, the transmission continues beyond this gate. In the extended reading, we'll cast an I Ching hexagram, we'll draw from the oracle, we'll open a new cluster of keys from the codex. If you feel called to continue, the path is open. There's a link in the corner, and there's one below this video. New transmissions for the collective are going to be, I guess, whenever Spirit really calls, whenever the codex really starts echoing through the temple. Okay? You can find all of your individual sign readings twice a week on this channel. Okay? Collective readings, I'm going to try to do them more often. But be sure to watch both of your regular sign readings and, watch as many of these videos as you can. All right? Subscribe if you haven't yet. It aligns your signal with the dove current and ensures your next page in the codex will find you. Leave a comment and let me know where along the spiral road you're tuning in from. It helps us to map the resonance of the temple. I want you to remember you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. The codex reveals itself through you. I thank you, I love you, and we are all walking this path together.